Thanks tonight, But seriously though, Andy, I can say it in jest because you did it properly and in a way that puts the rest of us to shame, so well done. And I think you'll all agree with me that Emily looks absolutely stunning today. Andy, you really are gaining a wife who's intelligent, beautiful, and always full of fun and laughter. And today, Emily, you've gained what really are a lovely pair of Jimmy Choos. And I'm sure you'll all wish me well, join me in wishing them well on their honeymoon to Mauritius as well. Because if anybody needs a holiday, it's poor old Andy and Emily.
Yes.
In the last couple of years, they've only managed to get away to France, Mallorca, Barcelona, Vietnam and Cambodia, Iceland, Morocco, Borneo, Riga, Rome and Menorca. So I'm sure you'll have a lovely I'm sure you'll have a lovely time, but even if you don't, you've always got your holiday in Christmas in Estonia booked. So. And I'd also just like to acknowledge Andy's thanks for the stag do and say, Andy, you're welcome. I won't say too much because I know that the rule is that whatever happens on the stag stays on the stag. But the sight of you dressed in an afro as a Scouse sailor, singing in the Navy to a 6'7" transvestite will say. Now, I believe officially I'm supposed to thank you on behalf of the bridesmaids, but I wouldn't dream of talking on behalf of the bridesmaids, so I'll also extend my thanks to the bridesmaids. I know how much they've supported Emily on the run-up to the wedding, including organise a very civilised and restrained honeymoon. And I'm sure you'll agree with me that they both look beautiful today. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of tradition involving the best man and at least one of the bridesmaids. Alex? I'd also just like to say thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Nuttall and Mrs. Laycock for putting on such a fantastic day to celebrate the occasion. So if you could join me in drinking a toast, please, to the parents.
Parents.
Now, as best man, I'd just like to offer you some advice as you set out on your new life as husband and wife. So, Emily, if I could ask you to take Andy's hand. Andy, if you could take Emily's other hand. You could look deep into each other's eyes. Aww.
Aww.
You're now looking at the person statistically most likely to murder you. I'm sure it won't happen, but just remember it. But seriously, I'd also like to thank Andy for asking me to be his best man. Because as much as I joke, Andy is the most genuine man alive. I've always known if I ever needed something, Andy would be there. So I'm delighted to be able to share this with him. And I can't think of a couple more perfect together than Andy and Emily. As I've said, I've known Andy for over 9 years now, and I've never known him happier than when he's been with Emily. So, if we could all stand, please, so that we can congratulate the new Mr. and Mrs. Laycock one more time and wish them every happiness for the future. To the bride and groom. Thank you.